Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Tourneo Custom Sport walk around video. But before we begin with the walk around, if you're enjoying the Perkins content, can I recommend clicking the subscribe button, and that way you'll be seeing a lot more of us in the future. This here is a chrome blue Ford Tourneo Custom Sport L1 featuring the 2-litre Eco Blue engine producing 170 PS of power. That 170 PS of power is then transmitted through the front wheels through an automatic gearbox. We are registered on a 2023 registration, meaning we have Ford warranty up until July 2026. We've done just over 7,300 miles, but like always, I'll get the exact number once on the dash in a moment. So the first port of call in this video is going to be the near side front bumper. And at this stage I present to you the wonderful remote central locking key, giving you a good look at that. The Tourneo still feature a key blade. So clicking the unlock button is going to wake up the daytime running lamps. Daytime runners give other road users the ultimate visibility, so you're always going to be seen. No matter whether it's the brightest of summer's day or the dullest of winter's days, other road users are always going to be able to see you coming. So inside there are some beautiful LED headlights which are complemented just below with front fog lights. This vehicle has fitted the Ford Self Park Assist, so that means we have front and rear parking sensors, and they start all the way around that lip of the bumper, then continue all the way along that lip. This vehicle also has fitted a wonderful driver assistance pack. So that little dully bit underneath the number plate there is a front-facing radar, and that is responsible for things such as pre-collision assist. I shall cover the driver assistance pack in its entirety once we're inside the vehicle. Starting to move ourselves around now, we have come to these beautiful 17-inch machine cut alloy wheels. So machine cut gives you the silver shiny face at the front, and in this instance you have the gloss black alloy. Tourneo Custom Sports are also supplied with silver painted brake calipers, and the tyres fitted are Michelin's, and again only doing 7,000 miles of work. They're in very good condition. Drawing your attention back up to the windscreen, we have some sensors to discuss. That one there is a light sensor for the automated lights, so as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, your lights will come on automatically. Further north at the top of the windscreen there are 3 more sensors. And left to right we have a light sensor, and that is for the auto high beam. In the middle is a camera for the traffic speed sign recognition software. This traffic speed sign can be used in coordination with the intelligent speed limiter, meaning if you do have your speed limiter set and you go past a differing speed sign, your limiter is going to change automatically. And to the right hand side is a rain sensor for the rain sensing wipers. Back down to the body of this Tourneo Custom Sport, we're going to start to make ourselves around it. Worth noting at this point, we do have auto folding mirrors which are heated, and as part of the driver assistance pack we get that little symbol there, which, if I put my finger there it will focus again, which is a blind spot assist monitor, and that will illuminate orange if someone was in your blind spot on the near side or the off side of the vehicle. Now the Custom Sports have rear privacy glass, and that really aids the two-way colourway. So you've got the gloss black wheels, the rear privacy glass and the chrome blue body. No one's telling me this isn't an attractive vehicle, because it is gorgeous. At this stage of the video I take a step back on the offside rear and I get as high as I can, and I just gently rock the camera side to side, hopefully displaying just how beautiful all the body panels are. So shimmying it on down the offside there. Wonderful. Now not forgetting the offside rear wheel. Giving you a good look at that. Again, the matching Michelin tyre on that one. And like I mentioned earlier, with a Ford Park Assist, we have a parking sensor starting all the way around the bumper, and they continue on that bottom lip. So front and rear parking sensors, self park, which is also complemented with a high definition reversing camera. We'll have a look inside the rear in just a second, but before we do, we need to give the near side the exact same treatment. So again, let's get nice and close and tight to it. Just going to gently rock the camera down the near side of the body, and as you can see there, looks like a pane of glass. It looks beautiful. Now back round to the near side rear wheel. Give you a good look at that. Now we can follow all the way down to the near side front wheel, giving you a good look at that. So I mentioned at the top of this video, this vehicle is an Eco Blue engine. What does that mean? So Eco Blue suggests we have an AdBlue system. So there is a reservoir underneath that you put the AdBlue solution into. That solution in turn is then sprayed onto the exhaust gases, eliminating horrible dirty gases such as nitrous oxide, which makes this a Euro 6.2 compliant vehicle. Good for the bees, good for the trees and everything in between. So now let's have a look inside the rear. So we do have the unlock function on the key. If not, just below the camera. Oh, I need to unlock the vehicle. Haha. How safe these are. You can't get in them, you see, unless you unlock them. So that exposes the incredibly large volume rear boot space. Whether you're stacking suitcases up high, sports equipment, goalposts, skis, the versatility of these vehicles is extraordinary. And I'll come back to that in a second, but I'm just going to show you the boot space here, where the valeters have made this look like Upton Park. Shout out to our valeting team. So I often get asked, what is this? What is that lump there? So underneath here is a blower motor for the rear passenger air conditioning system. There you go, questions answered. To the right hand side of the boot we do have this lovely little cubby hole with a 12-volt socket in it. So maybe you had a cool box, you're going out for a picnic and you keep that nice and cool, 12-volt cool box. Wonderful. Also supplied with this Tourneo is under here a full-size spare wheel, and all the relevant tools and jacks can be found underneath the driver's seat. And again, I'll come back to that in a moment. So that's inside the boot, and that is the exterior taken care of. Let's now have a little look inside. So as I mentioned earlier, we do have two sliding doors, one on the near side and one on the off side, so wherever side is most convenient or safest to get in and out of, you have the option. Now the reason you're watching this video, I'm guessing, is because you need 8 seats. So let me give you 6 of them in the rear of this Tourneo. So there's a lot to cover here, so buckle up. To begin, every window has a retractable sunblind, so you can just put it up and down to your heart's content. Going north onto the roof, we'll do the seats in a second. So the rear air conditioning controls are found in that middle cluster there, where you have fan speed and temperature controls. Equally, we have vents throughout the roof, we have rear speaker and rear light system. Back down to the door cards. So we have 6 seats, and it's only fair that we get 6 USBs. So down on that panel there are 2 and a cup holder, and down here are 2 more USBs. These are 2.1 amp USB A ports, so that can have, again, 2.1 amps for charging, so a nice high powered charging system. You said there's 6 seats, but I've only seen 4. Hold your horses, because I've got a perfect little shot through this little cubby hole here, he says, which will show you 2 more USBs if they will focus. There we go, 2 more USBs on the back of the handbrake. Now it's time to talk about seating arrangements. You do have a lovely little sticker here that will describe all to you as well, but I'm going to give you a quick demonstration. So at the moment this is in conference mode, so you have 2 banks of 3 facing each other. For whatever reason you think this might create arguments, don't panic. These seats are all individual, meaning you can get this whole row and rotate it 180 degrees, so you have 2 banks of 3 facing forwards. Another reason was people often get sick travelling backwards, so it's nice to have the option. All the mats pick up and interchange accordingly, so it's only 1 mat set required. So let me just give you a quick demo using this seat just here. So just quick point, we do have 4 ISO fixing seats on the vehicle, so the N2 on both banks are ISO fixing, so 4 ISO fixing seats at one time. So to begin, this lever here will release the top of the seat, and we then can fold it in half. Taking a step back, you can see the lower lever, which if you pull this one upwards, that pulls the seat into an up position. As you can see, did it with one hand there. It's nice and easy to do. And at the back here is a further rail, and pulling that rail will release this one seat from the vehicle. So here comes the versatility bit. So again, you can then replace this seat to the left hand rear facing forward. So again, this seat rotates to be that one facing forward. So if you didn't require all 6 seats, maybe you only required 5 seats and a gigantic boot, take those 3 out, pop them in your garage, put them in your shed or somewhere safe, and you don't need to have them. So you can have a gigantic boot space. So if you're going away and you only need 5 seats again, you can have a gigantic, it's pretty much a transit van. Again, you didn't need all 6 seats, take all 6 seats out, then you do have a transit van. So again, they're very versatile vehicles. Maybe you had to put something long in, take these 2 seats out, you're going skiing, need 4 seats in the back, skis there, job done. Maybe you're a football coach, taking a football team around, you need to get goalposts in there, take these 2 seats out, or even slide them underneath. They're incredibly versatile vehicles, and I think that's why they've been so popular here at Perkins Garages. So again, with the beauty of an elbow, I'm just going to pick those seats back up once more. So that is the seats. The actual seat construction is, you've got a lovely ebony dark leather there, nice grey stitching all the way around. They have a cloth section in the lower back. Let me just take you to normal zoom. Cloth section in the lower back and the base part of the seat. Now you can see the leather is immaculate. It looks like it's barely been sat in. So you've got 6 fantastic condition seats at the back of this Tourneo. Any other questions you might need, if I haven't covered everything, please give me a call, 01376 550 899. My name is Dan. I can arrange FaceTime appointments whenever you like, apart from Mondays, because that's my day off. Progressing now into the front of the vehicle, driver's door card, folding mirror function, electric mirror adjust, and 2 front electric windows. You can open the windows in the back as well, they're just manually operated, I think I forgot to mention. Interior locking found just left of the door handle. And look at this for a door car construction. Someone has thought this through. You can put your wallet, you can put your change, you can put a big drinks bottle, your lunch box, anything you like. It's really, really beautifully laid out. If that wasn't enough, you need somewhere to put your coffee, cup holder, another bottle holder, 2 litre bottle of water go in there, just lovely. Before I talk about seats, I just wanted to remove this cover, and then that exposes the jack and all the relevant tools needed to change the wheel on the side of the road. Upwards to the seats, let's have a good look at these. It's the front 2 seats, take the same pattern as the rear, so we've got that lovely ebony leather, cloth lower back and base part of the seat. They are 1, 2, 3, 4 front tilt, 5 and 6, which is your rear tilt, 7 and 8, which is your tilt there, 9 and 10, which is your lumbar support. So 10-way electrically adjustable driver's seat, so you're always going to get yourself comfortable. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now. You may hear a little bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a moment. Marvellous. Okay, so like I previously mentioned, key, barrel, turn it round, automatic, please put your foot on the brake, turn the key, that gains us power to the vehicle. Now I'm hoping it's not going to be too sunny and all you're going to see is light. If so, I might just spin the vehicle around. I think we're doing alright for now, so we're just going to keep it where we are. So to begin the interior tour, I said I'll get the exact mileage, and the exact mileage is 7,357.5. So to the left hand side we have an analog RPM gauge that counts the revolutions of the crankshaft times 1000. Next up in the middle there we have a coolant temperature sensor, followed by a gear selector indicator at the bottom, and to the furthest right is your fuel gauge. Furthermore, on the right hand side we have an analog speedo with miles per hour around the outside and kilometres an hour in the middle. So it's perfect if you're going over to the continent and need to know kilometres an hour. In the middle we have a digital driver display, and we can control that using the return, OK up and down, and menu button on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So to begin, what you're looking at is the ambient air temperature, top right. We have the traffic speed sign, top bottom right. Then we have automated stop start, bottom left, and the mileage, top left. Flicking down, we're into trip computers. So we've averaged 30 mpg. I can assure you can do much better than that. Into my view, where my view you can adjust what you'd like to see, where it's a digital speedometer. We have fuel economy, different trip computers, eco coach, calm screen. It's all going on. Next down is your driver assistant. So if I was just to expand that using the menu button, this includes blind spot assist, we have pre-collision assist, traffic sign recognition, lane keeping system, driver alert, cross traffic alert, eco coach, cruise control and speed limiter. So this vehicle has got fitted the adaptive cruise control, which I shall come back to in a second. Down once more into your navigation screen. So once you have your sync navigation programmed, you can have the directions appear ahead of you. Down now into audio sources. Again, this is for your stereo. Now into phone, so this is where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth, and we're back to square one. So let's draw the camera away now. So again, on the right hand side of the steering wheel, we have the return, OK and menu button to control the screen ahead of you. We have a voice command, a pickup, decline and previous and next song function there also. Moving across to the left hand side of the steering wheel, this is where you will find the buttons for the adaptive cruise control. So adaptive cruise control will adapt your speed based on the vehicle ahead of you. So theoretically, if you set your speed at 60 and a vehicle pulled in front of you and decreased their speed to 50, we will do that also. If that vehicle was then to accelerate up to 70, we will follow it up to our set speed of 60. I hope that made sense. Fantastic system if you're sitting in traffic. That's a little secret, but you didn't hear it from me here. So below we have a volume minus, a volume plus, and also a mute button. So we're going to progress now into the central part of the vehicle. Back to the handbrake. So at the back we have the two USBs. At the front we have a 230 volt 150 watt plug socket. You can just about see that in focus down there. So we've got so many charging tools on this vehicle. 12 volts, plug sockets, USBs, it's got it all. Right, now we can look at the automatic gear selector, the beautiful constructed selector. We have the unlock function at the front there, and also, okay, that bibbing is for the parking brakes. Let me just release that quickly, as I know I'm not going to go anywhere. We have a semi-automatic function on the right hand side of the selector, so we can go up and down the gearbox accordingly. I'll just pin that back once to reverse, then I can just display to you the high definition reversing camera with your proximity sensors for the front and rear parking sensors found on the top right hand side of the screen. That will give you an intermittent beep that will increase in frequency as you get closer to the object in question. Back up to park and back up to your home page. Before we do that, we're just going to do the rest of the buttons. I have one here which is for the Ford Self Park Assist. This one here will turn off the parking sensors. This will change the drive mode to an eco drive mode, so that will change up through the gearbox a bit earlier, saving you a bit of fuel. And this one will turn off traction control. Into the centre now, we do have the controls for the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. So we have fan speed found to the left, we have temperature controls to the right, which includes max air conditioning and max demist. Let's just get that fan out of my way, otherwise it might go on my mic. At the bottom we have a three-way selectable heated seat on both sides, and in the middle you shall find your electronically heated windscreen. On and off rear demist, different flows of vents are found in the middle, with recirculation and air conditioning found to the right hand side. Now we can go back up to the Sync 3.4 module. We know that because it's got the dark blue band at the bottom. Divides wonderfully into audio bottom left, and then we can expand it into different sources such as FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Speaking of Bluetooth, next up is phone. This is where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth, nice and easy. We do have some different options as well, which I'll come to in a second. Next up in the middle is your Ford Sync navigation, a fantastic system. I use it all the time on my vehicle and it's incredibly easy to use. Simply, if you'd like to come to Perkins to look at this Tourneo, as an example, click the search box. Once the keyboard is loaded, you shall need Charlie Mike 77 6 Sierra Alpha. Click the search box and that will speak to the GPSs in the sky and navigate your route here to Perkins in no time at all. And don't forget, once you've clicked start, you can have that appear on the screen ahead of you. The directions appear, not the full map, just the directions, which is a lovely little feature. Let's exit out of there and let's now go on to settings, because we do have some wonderful settings on this vehicle. First off, I want to talk about CarPlay. So this screen is fully supportive of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So whichever software you have on your mobile telephone device, plug it in using the appropriate USB connection, i.e. that one there or the one ahead of you, and that will mirror your phone onto this screen. So myself, I'm iPhone, so that's what I shall talk about. So once your phone is connected, you can take advantage of things such as Siri. So click the voice command button on your steering wheel and Siri, your voice assistant, will appear. From there you can ask Siri to do a whole range of tasks, whether it's make phone calls, send audible text messages, play music, play podcasts, play audio books. Hey Siri, what's the football score? You know, that kind of thing. But you can ask it a whole range of tasks whilst not taking your hands off the steering wheel, which is incredibly important. Also, it would charge your phone. And another fantastic feature is there's applications on your phone that are compatible on this screen. So for example, we have a fantastic Ford navigation, but for whatever reason you didn't fancy that, I won't be offended. You can then use Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze. You know, they're all compatible. So it's nice to have the option. Lastly, let's click on this button here, which is for the self park assist. So as you can see, this vehicle will quite literally parallel park out, it will parallel park in, and it will perpendicular park in, also bay park in. So if you do struggle with your parking and thinking, oh, I can't drive a vehicle of this size because I won't be able to park it, well, it'll quite literally park itself for you. So again, that uses the front and rear parking sensors to build up an image, and once it recognises it can fit in that space, you select the appropriate drive gear and the steering wheel will go 10 to a dozen, doing all of the hard work for you. So it's a very impressive self-parking system. So that is about it for me today. Hopefully you found this video useful, and hopefully you haven't fallen asleep. If you haven't fallen asleep and found it useful, please leave us a like, leave us a subscribe, and hopefully I shall be speaking to you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and goodbye for now.